All right. All right. Welcome, guys. Welcome, guys. So, quickly, so we are going to continue from where we dropped off yesterday. We saw up till um clip 24, which was using ad to download files, and we saw how we used ad to download files. All right. So now we'll continue from using environment variables. Okay. So quick one. Let me see those Docker file we use. Let's look at Docker file for what we do. Okay, all right. This is what I want to do now. So I want to use environment variables. I want to start using environment variables. All right, in my Docker file. So the same way you use environment variables is the same way we're going to use environment variables here. Okay. So I'll go into this file, Docker file 4. Okay. And yeah. Now look at this thing now. Let me start from here. Assuming that directory is too long, I want to shorten it. All right. I want to shorten it. I can use environment variable to represent all of that. Okay. So all I need to do is just to come here and say env. All right. I'll define the what? The variable. Let's say let me call that html. No worry, you get this in here. Let's call that html. All right. HTML. If it's possible, if you come here. All right. If it's possible, if you come here for the meantime. About farm, if you could catch you, once you no, not the other. No, the I don't be successful. Not the other. Okay. All right. But come so if you see, I beg, you just stand up now. Keep off and first, off and first. Fair off and. As in, AC. Make you get all right. All right. Okay. I know, but I don't dey shake self. You dey keep quiet. So, I saw it. Well, come now. We no get time. All right. So env, the variable name. All right. So the environment variable. So you define the value. The value is what? Beginner. Copy this guy. Beginner styled. Paste down. Okay. So that's the value. All right. Look at it now. So now, in place of that beginner HTML style, I'm going to replace it with dollar, the variable name. I'm calling the variable now. So I'll say dollar HTML. Okay. HTML. Okay. That's that. Then I think that's the only place we have that. Okay, move this. So what do we have here? What do we have here? What do we have here? Wait, undo. Man, something. Styled. GH pages. Okay. Okay. Um, okay. Okay, style. Dollar what? HTML. Now come here as well. We'll change all of this. Okay. So dollar what? HTML. Okay. That's it now. That's it. It's presenting all of this. Okay. Then escape, save and build. So now Docker images have to build now. So I'll say what? Docker build minus T. Uh-huh. Um what? We're tagging it. Let's say HTML img. Okay. HTML img. Then image. Okay. HTML img. Then, image. 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 the context part, right? What else? Nothing now. The file, sorry guys, the file, Docker what? For then the context. Let's see if everything goes well. From CentOS, if everything goes well. Everything goes well. All right. So you can see we use where the variable, our environment variable, HTML. This is the value. So we'll use it here. We'll also use it somewhere again. Where's that place? We use it somewhere. Now use it here. So this is how you use environment variable in your what's it called? Dockerfile. So now say Docker images. So have HTML guide built. So let's see how it can what run as a container. So Docker run, right? Docker run minus D name. We say what? Dash name. Dash HTML con name of the container. Image name, right? Minus P 1990 column 80 and the image name, right? HTML img. So let's see that code is being built. So let's check if it's actually running. So is it running? Yes, it's actually running. So now let's check. Let's check. Now to go into the container, I'll do what? Docker exec minus what? Interactive terminal. All right. Then the container name is what? HTML con. Then I'm going to use terminal, bash terminal, right? Depending on the terminal you're using, there are different terminals. There is C shell, different shells, C shell. We have Z shell, T shell, con shell, con shell. Which is that C now? Is that C now? Okay. No, K, sorry, KSH. Yeah. Now have bash. Okay. All right. So with this now we can come in and we can also check if we can say echo. If I say echo now, dollar what? HTML. So let's see what that guy will give us. Can you see now? We're getting that defined directory, that defined variable. You see how I define variables. All right. So that you use variable ENV. Okay. So for instance, now I'm going to I want to spin but let's do it in a live scenario. Okay. Let me create for a MySQL Vim what? Vim let me say Docker. Oh sorry. Dockerfile, right? If I should well, let me think. Even small letters. Adecom. Um, from there, okay, that should be in Docker Compose. If I were to, I'm gonna pause this thing. If I were to, let's just build a container using the Dockerfile, a MySQL DB container. All right. Okay. Now see now. This is it, right. So I'll say what? From my SQL, right? SQL to give me the latest. So now that's it. So the next thing I'll do is ENV, define my environment variables. All right. So I'll say my root password, right? Yes, okay. My SQL underscore root underscore pass password, okay, is equal to 1234, right? Okay, okay, okay. So I want to use it to work. I want to something. Right. This is to build that image. Build the image. No, don't they move on. Now. Yeah. Now. Yes. So this is what I will do now. So I'll say Docker build minus T. Alright, my SQL img. Alright. My SQL img. Then what? That's the tag, right? Then the build context. The file is this Dockerfile. Build context that. Let me just see something. I want to see something. Right, done, right? Done. ENV. Password is this, right? Password is this. Now, I have that image, Docker images. Okay, this guy, right? So these are build container, all right? So Docker run, all right, minus D, what else? IP, IT. Okay, MySQL name is what? MySQL con, image name is what? IMG. That's all right. So if I hit enter now, let's see if this thing runs. Docker, yes. Okay, it ran, right? Now let's go into that guy. Docker what? Exec, minus what? IT, MySQL what? MySQL con, right? Con, bash. We're inside, right? Okay, great. So we want to log into our DB. MySQL within user. Now who? Root. Then let's see the password. Password is one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see if everything goes well. So you see. So instead of me to use that one liner, I just created a Docker file, set the ENV, and build the image. From that image, I use it to create a container, and everything is up in there. Do you get the logic? So that's how you play with environment variables. That's how you play with environment variables. Okay, shall we? Exit. Was building like a pro. All right. So when you're building like a pro, you use what? ENV. ENV. Now, the next one is using what? Understanding work directory. So work directory is where you want all your files be saved as a working directory. Anything you need to do, that should be your working directory. All right. You want to be building from that directory. So you define your work directory. So if we go back to our our work, which is our file, Docker file 4. All right. So now we've seen how ENV works. Okay, we've seen how ENV works. Then we need also to see how working directory works. Okay, now I want to use this as my working directory, var HTML, www HTML. All right, so this is what I will do. I will just go to the top. I'll say work dir. So my work dir is what? Slash var www slash what? HTML. I've just defined my working directory. So going forward, since it is that working directory, I will represent it with a dot. So anywhere I see var www, I will put a dot. So I've said that download this file pages or zip into this place, right? So I will represent that with dot and I will remove the rest. I'll remove the rest because that is now my working directory. Okay. Then now cd into dot. Okay. I'll no longer to use this cd anymore because I'm already inside. All right. I've defined the working directory there, but I'm inside there now currently. All right. So there will be no need for CD anymore. So I'll just continue from unzip this guy, unzip, okay, and make that directory. So I'll put dots, remove this guy, So I'm making this directory GA pages in my working directory. And yeah, they'll come here, move everything, move everything into dot slash. All right. So that's it now. That's it, Abby. That's it. That's it. So escape, save and quit. Then Docker images. I have that image. So I want to remove that image, which is HTML IMG. So Docker RMI HTML IMG. Okay, it's running. So I may have to forcefully untag no such image. Docker images. All right, it's gone, right? It's gone. So now I want to build that image again. Docker what? Build minus T HTML what? IMG. Uh-huh. What else? Dash F. Dash F. The file name, right? Docker4, right? Uh-huh. Dot, right? Let's see. So we said our work directory is that guy. So everything has been built successfully. Let's check. Our work directory here was defined. And yeah. So Docker images, we have HTML IMG, right? Great. So now I want to use that to build a what? A container. Let me see what are the running containers. We have HTML con. So I have to Docker what? Docker stop HTML con. Okay. So I should stop anytime. Okay, it has been stopped. So let's run one more container. Docker run minus what? D. Uh-huh. Minus P 1990 colon what? 80. Uh-huh. Minus what? Name. Name. HTML con. Uh-huh. What else? Image. HTML IMG. What else again? Is that all? Now what is it saying? It's already in use. Okay, never remove them. Docker rm html con is removed. Okay, run this guy. So if I say docker ps, so html con is back. All right. Now, what did we create? Even work directory, right? Work directory, work directory. So if we now try to view this guy on the browser, let's go to the browser. Let's go to our browser. Let's go to our browser, pick our public IP, pick the public IP. Come over here, copy, come here, paste it, column 1990. So we are getting that. Sure. Why are we getting that? Was there any, didn't we, don't we have any file there? Cat Docker 4. File here now. Slash GS pages. Okay. Slash GH pages. All right. Okay. So you can see that we have used ENV, environment variables. We've also used working directory. All right. We've seen how working directory works. So working directory, your directory. So going forward, you start using dots, all right, because you are already inside of that working directory instead of the full name because you've defined it. Okay. So the last but not the least before launch time, that would be labels. All right, labels, they behave the same way like tagging. All right, they are like tagging, so they're just used to pass metadata, the same. All right, data of data. All right, so these are use labels. Okay, so that's how these are use label. All right, guys. All right, guys. So Docker 4. Okay. So label, I can just come up and let's give this guy a label. So at the top of here, I can just say label. Label, I can say maintainer. Maintainer is Jesse. Jesse can create one more label. Label, I can say vendor is vendor is Agba Empire. Agba Empire. Agba and Sons. Can I also say Agba? Agba and Sons. You know like am. I no like am. You met up. You met up. Agba and Sons. Agbaski. You know. All right. So Agba and Sons. All right. Let's do this. Okay, label, maintainer, JC, label, vendor, Agba and Sons. All right, we can have multiple labels. We can even do it in the same line, like just cut line break and then. Yes, let's try what you just said, all right? Yes. Saba Saba and let's just try what you said. So is okay. Double slash. Okay, so it's a it's not a continuation, but another. So since it's another, we are going to use and because another label. So say and hey sorry, and pass and backward slash. All right, because it's I'm using label to run that the same label command and it's running. Okay, so also come back here and do the same thing. Um, label. Another label is Benga. Let's say one name. Test is no products. 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 What kind of products? First dollar. Bob FC. Bob FC. Escape. So we just created what? Three three labels, right? So I want to delete that other image. First of all, you stop your HTML con, right? HTML con, Docker rm minus f HTML con, remove it. Then Docker rmi HTML what? img img that's gone. All right. So the last one we are building, right? Docker build minus t HTML img what else minus f Docker file for what follows is that all? Like the context, right? Enter. So this just will build. It's a fail. Okay, can't find this in this must be of the form name value. Okay, they say label must be of the form name value. Fail to pass Dockerfile for syntax error. So let's check back. Okay. Docker 4. This it must be of a form name value. So all right, all right. See, it is on. No, if it's the pause something, you pause on. You pause on the thing now, camera now. Camera, no camera will show. All right, so it's complaining of that. Complaining of that. Let's do it like this. Let me see something. Um, this is another command of label. Why you no take Why you no take Okay, okay. So let's do what it said. Let's come down. So it said this can only accept the name value label. Oh, sorry. Um, label what? Vendor. Vendor is this. Then label product. So escape, save and quit. That is it. So if we build again, that should fly. So we just created this label, that label, all right. That label,
But don't be man. Don't get off.
that label.
You are easy syntax. You are the middle. Correct.
That label. Okay, so all right, it's all right now, guys, it's complete. It's complete. So this is how we now do. So Docker images, we have that guy, right? So Docker, what now? Run minus what? D. Okay, what again? Minus P. 1990, 80. What else? Name. HTML what? Con. Image name. HTML. IMG. So run that. Yeah. So check. PS is back. All right. So what did you do? Label, right? That's it. That's it. So our site is back up. So that's how you create labels. So far we've seen three more words, more instructions. We've seen environment, how we set environment variables. We did this on here, and we also saw that on Dockerfile as well. How we use environment variable to pass the root password, and we built the container. All right, and we went into the container. We access the DB using what this root password. All right. So we also saw how we use working directory, and finally we saw how we can use what label for your metadata. So that's that for now. We'll pause there and come back after break.
Reconvene later. Thank you. Reconvene by